chairman of AMI Labs and the Jacob T. Schwartz Professor at NYU, affiliated with the Courant Institute School of Mathematics, Computer Science, and Data Science, and the NYU Tandon. LeCun was the chief AI scientist at Meta from 2018 to 2025, the founding director of Meta Fair, and of the NYU Center for Data Science, ESIEE in Paris, and a PhD from the Sorbonne Université. After serving as a postdoc in Toronto, he joined the AT&T Bell Labs in 1988 and AT&T Labs in 1996 as head of image processing research. He joined NYU as a professor in 2003 and Meta and Facebook in 2013. His interests include AI, machine learning, computer perception, robotics, and computational neuroscience. He is the recipient of the 2018 ACM Turing Award with Jeffrey Hinton and Yoshua Bengio for conceptual and engineering breakthroughs that have made deep neural networks a critical component of computing. A member of the National Academy of Sciences, the National Academy of Engineering, and the French Académie des Sciences. Please welcome Yann LeCun to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. How is everyone feeling? Yeah, you guys should be proud. I'm a proud engineer myself. I graduated in 1983 in France, and I didn't go to a big name school. I went to a pretty good engineering school, a school that gave me enough time to actually pursue projects I was interested in. I was already interested in AI and machine learning at the time, even though the field did not exist yet. And the school let me actually work on this. And that's where my career started, really. I took interest in not just engineering, but also research. And engineering is research. So I became also a scientist, but I'm still an engineer at heart. So one thing all of you have learned about engineering is that engineering is a creative activity. And in fact, creation is what motivated me to become an engineer. There's creation, there is understanding, there's problem solving, but a lot of it is creation. And increasingly, engineering is going to be a creative act. Why? Because increasingly, machines are going to help us create. They're not going to create for us, they're going to help us create. And that's one thing I've been devoted my career to, which I'll say a few words about. Engineering is the best profession you can ever imagine doing. At least this is the best profession I can imagine doing. In fact, I can't imagine doing anything else. I wouldn't be able to, first of all. But creating new things, inventing new things, producing things that did not exist before, that help people around you, humanity perhaps, is kind of one of the best ways you can have an impact, a positive impact on the world. And it's in your hands now. You can do it. You can build the world of tomorrow. And there's a lot to build. Okay, I work on AI, terrible profession to make, all right? And I work on this for three reasons, and those have their roots, again, in this idea of creation. First of all, there is the scientific question of what is intelligence. So AI is not just producing artifacts, it's also kind of understanding ourselves, understanding human intelligence, how it came about, what are the essential principles behind it. Okay, but as an engineer, the only way to understand something is to build it. And so there is the technological challenge of building intelligent machines. And then, of course, there's no point doing all this unless you think it will have a positive impact on society and humanity as a whole. And it's one of those domains where you can basically do all three: science, engineering, and societal impact. That's really something that all of us should aspire to. And in fact, one point I'm going to make is engineering is the best profession you can ever imagine. Stick to it. It's difficult to imagine that you might actually do something else, but engineering is the best way you can have an impact. Okay, so what about AI? Okay, a lot of people are sort of asking themselves questions about AI. What's going to be the impact of AI on society, on jobs, on everything? Okay, the first thing that one must realize is that down the right, AI is here to amplify human intelligence. Okay, it's going to make all of us smarter if we use it right. It's going to solve problems for us. It's going to help us access knowledge. It already does. I'm sure you've used it, right? Who has used AI in studies, in their studies? Okay, come on, don't be shy, all right? I'm sure all of you have. Okay, so it was useful to you, right? It's going to be more useful in the future. It's not going to replace you. It's going to make you more productive. It's going to allow you, all of us, to focus on creation. Because actually building something is difficult, and AI can help us with this. But we had to figure out what to build. An essential quality of engineers is not just to build things, it's to figure out what to build. And that is properly humans, a human activity. AI is not going to replace us for that. And we hear a lot of crazy talk about AI. It's going to take our job. It's going to make studying pointless. No. It's going to make us stupid. No. People were saying this about books back in the days. This is all nonsense. Okay, jobs are going to change, but that's just a history of technological revolution. They've all changed jobs, including ours. The interesting part is that there's going to be more desire and more usefulness for creation in the future. And that's going to create more demand for more advanced degrees. So if you are asking yourself, should I go to grad school? If you just graduated from a bachelor, the answer is absolutely yes. There's going to be more demand in the future for more advanced degrees. Because that's how you learn not just how to build, but what to build. That's how you learn to innovate as well. Now, AI is going to change our activity as engineers. Basically, it's going to make a lot of us, turn a lot of us into kind of managers or virtual teams, where instead of doing all the activity ourselves, a lot of it is going to be done by AI. And so it's going to kind of multiply our impact, amplify our impact. And so all of you have a very bright future ahead of you. Okay, technological progress is accelerating. And sometimes it makes us question whether we can keep up. It makes me question whether I can keep up with AI, or even with the narrow area of AI that I'm interested in. There's so much activity. But we can keep up. It's not a question of whether you can keep up, it's whether you can keep up with the rest of humans. Everybody is human. We all have limitations. So technology has an increasingly important role in society and in the economy. Most of the growth of the economy is due to technological innovation. Product innovation comes from technological innovation, which is the role of engineers. Technological innovation comes from scientific breakthroughs, which is the role of scientists, some of whom are also engineers. As an engineer, you have agency in this transformation of society, in the acceleration of technological progress, in the acceleration of economic progress, in human progress generally. And you are in the driver's seat. Congratulations. Okay, there's one last thing I need to do. I'm wearing those smart glasses, I can take pictures of you, so you guys gotta smile. Okay? Smile. All right. Awesome. Best of luck with your career.